Okay, so welcome to another restoration class. So today's class, we're really going to get from the feet to the neck. We're going to try to restore range of motion and functionality through the pillar or the center of our body. So I have a resistance band here. It's a mini loop resistance band. It's pretty light. If you have one at home, go ahead and grab it. It will help us with some of the ankle and foot exercises. If you don't have one, it's okay. You can still do the exercises without a band. I also have a yoga strap as we're going to do some isometric contractions for the shoulders. If you don't have a yoga strap, grab a large towel or a bed sheet and that will work. I also have this foam roller here, which is just going to help me with balance as we do some exercises for the feet and the ankles. So you can use a foam roller, you can use a chair, you can use the wall. We're just basically trying to get some support for balance. So I'll put that off to the side. And we're going to start class with some diaphragmatic breathing. So what I'd like you to do is just bring your hands to your belly. Take a huge breath into your belly and then just sigh out, let the breath go. So breathe into your belly first and then sigh out. Just let that breath go. Good. We're going to do that a couple more times. So big breath into your belly and then just let that breath go. Good. And one more time. Huge breath into your belly. And then exhale, just let that breath go. Good. So now what I'd like you to do is when you exhale, try to exhale sharply with a ha sound. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get tension out of your diaphragm. So again, we'll breathe into the belly and then a large, sharp ha. Excellent. Let's try that again. So big breath into your belly. And then exhale with a sharp ha, ha. Good. One more time. Big breath in. Stay nice and tall as you exhale. Beautiful. Good. So now that we've activated the diaphragm and then also released the diaphragm, we're going to work on the other core muscles. We're going to try to create control of this inner core section of your body, which helps with better articulation through your torso. So we're going to breathe into your belly as much as you can. And then on the exhale, I want you to imagine you're exhaling through a straw and you'd like to make the airflow as consistent as possible as you're exhaling. So breathe into your belly. Nice long breath out. It's important to register or pay attention to how much airflow is coming out. You're trying to keep that consistent. Okay? Let's try that again. So big breath into your belly. Exhale and consistent airflow out. Good. Let's try that one more time. Big breath into your belly and consistent airflow out. Hopefully you feel all these muscles engaged to make that consistent airflow out. We're going to do that a couple more times. And what I'd like you to do is, as you're exhaling out, bring your hands to your lower ribs. Teach these lower ribs to collapse in. We're trying to eradicate rib cage flare, which tends to develop if we sit a lot. Okay, so big breath into your belly first. Hands on your lower ribs. Exhaling with a smooth, consistent breath out. Good. Let's try that again. Breathe into your belly. Exhale in a smooth, consistent airflow out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. We'll do that one more time. Big breath into your belly. Nice, smooth, consistent airflow out. Coaching these lower ribs collapse in towards your spine. At the end of your exhale, just try to squeeze a little bit more air out. Really feel those inner core muscles engage. Excellent. Good. After that, hopefully you feel a little bit more grounded and a little bit more relaxed. And then we'll start through our base building sequence where we're doing joint articulations through the toes, the ankles, the knees, the hips, working all the way up to the neck. So what I'd like you to do is Try to lift your big toe up as high as you can while keeping the 4 outside toes down. So I know you can't see my toes all that well, but I'm lifting my big toe as I'm actually pressing my 4 outside toes down. So think that you're separating big toe from 4 outside toes. Big toe comes up, 4 outside toes go down. Good. And what I'd like you to do is really try to increase your strength in this motion. So lift, 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 get strong, strong, strong. And also press down, 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 and get strong, strong, strong there. Good. We're trying to strengthen the foot here, the intrinsic muscles of the foot, so we have better stability through the foot, which leads up to the whole body. Good. One more time like this. And now let's switch. We're going to press the big toe down and lift the 4 outside toes up. Good. So again, you want to get nice and strong in each direction. So really press that big toe down, get strong, strong, strong. And then try to lift those 4 outside toes up and get strong, strong, strong there. Good. 3 more times. Hopefully you feel the arch of your foot really engaging right now. And that's the goal of this exercise, to help strengthen up the intrinsic foot muscles that help develop the arch of your foot, and then will help to keep your ankle in a good position. Excellent. Good. So now speaking of ankles, if you have a band, what I'd like you to do is go ahead, take the band and just wrap it around your feet, around the middle of your forefoot like so. And if you don't have a band, it's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to work into ankle inversion and eversion. So I'm simply going to roll to the outside edge of my foot and then roll to the inside edge of my foot. Real quick note, the wider your feet are, if you're using your band, the more resistance you have. So if you take your feet out wider, you're going to feel even more resistance. Okay? So what I'd like you to do is just really try to roll out as far as you can and then roll in as far as you can. Good. As you're making these transitions from the inside to the outside, I want you to be as smooth as possible. So control the movement. Don't just snap to the outside and snap to the inside. Try to be smooth, smooth, smooth. Good. We're going to do several more reps of this. What I want you to notice is that your toes have probably been coming off the ground right now. So now I want you to press all 10 toes into the ground as you're doing this exercise. So press down, down, down. Excellent. So I'm pressing all 10 toes down as I'm trying to roll in and roll out. We're really developing the strength of your foot right now. And this is going to lead to better foot stability and better ankle stability. Good. Let's do 3 more times here. Keep pressing all 10 toes down. Good. 1 more time. Keep it nice and smooth. Excellent. Great. So then from here, I'm going to grab my foam roller here for balance. We're going to go into ankle dorsiflexion and plantar flexion. I'm going to keep this band on my foot here around my forefoot. I'm going to have my feet just outside shoulder width. And what I'm simply going to do is just try to lift my heels up off the ground. And then I'm going to lower down. Then I'm going to try to lift my toes up off the ground. Good. Again, lifting the heels up off the ground. And then lifting the toes up off the ground. Good. So now as we're doing this, the first thing I'd like you to do is look down at your feet. Make sure your feet are parallel. If your toes are pointing out to the side or pointing in, so if you're duck foot or pigeon toed, right, we want to try to keep the foot parallel. So go ahead, reposition your feet so your feet are parallel. Good. And then the next thing I want you to notice is how smooth you're moving on your transitions. So try not to snap up, try not to use momentum to get up, and also try not to use momentum to rock back and snap your toes up. We want to go through this range of motion with control, control, control. Good. We're going to do this 3 more times. And I invite you to just ask for a little bit more at the top. So at the top, just ask for a little bit more. And as you lift up your toes, ask for a little bit more. Good. 2 more times. Up, 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 asking for a little bit more. And then in reverse, up, 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 asking for a little bit more. Got one more time. Up, 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 ask for a little bit more. And then reverse, up, 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 ask for a little bit more. Good. So now we're going to turn. So you don't have to turn, but we're going to then add in what we were just doing before, the ankle inversion and eversion. So we're going to come up into plantar flexion, and then my heels are off the ground, and then I'm going to try to roll to the outside edge of your foot and roll to the inside edge of your foot. Good. So you'll feel the weight shift from your big toe to your little toe, your pinky toe. Good. As we have your heels off the ground. So this is called a free heel position, heels off the ground. And doing exercises in a free heel position is a really great way to strengthen your foot and your ankle while doing other exercises. Good. Let's do 5 more of these. And if you're feeling a burn right now, that's great. That means that you're really strengthening up all these muscles. And then if you're also feeling a burn right now, then I recommend doing more of these exercises throughout the course of the week. If you're not feeling burn right now, then I recommend doing more of these exercises with more reps, maybe even 20 or 30 reps. Good. 2 more here. Last one. Excellent. Great. Okay. So I'm going to place this foam roller off to the side. I'm going to still use this band though. And I invite you, if you have a band, to still use it. I'm just going to slide the band up my leg to my shin. So the band's going to be underneath my knee, like so. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to do some knee circles. So your feet are going to be outside shoulder width. Then I'd like you to bring your hands to your knees. And then just start to circle your knees. If you have a band on, you'll notice that you'll work against resistance here, and you'll feel these lateral hip muscles turning on, which is great. Good. So wherever you are, with the band or without the band, what I'd like you to do now is pay attention to your toes. Press all 10 toes into the floor as you're trying to make the biggest circle that you can with your knees. You'll notice that your foot rolls into inversion and eversion, which is great. We're just trying to teach the hip to help the foot and the ankle stabilize and control the lower limb. 1 more circle in this direction. And then let's go in the other direction. Excellent. Keep pressing all 10 toes down. So you're keeping that muscle activation working all the way through your foot here. Teaching your body how to coordinate through the hips to the foot and everything in between. Good. Let's go 4 more times. And maybe try to make that circle a little bit bigger if you can. And also try to sit the hips down a little bit more if you can. Good. 2 more times. Last one here. Perfect. So then we're going to change it up. And if you have a band, what I invite you to do is take the band back down to your forefoot here. So I have it right across my forefoot. And then I'm going to bring my feet out just enough so I can feel the resistance. You should feel some muscle activation on the outside of your legs here. We're going to do knee circles again, but we're going to do knee circles in the same direction. And we're going to try to keep the feet nice and flat. So hands on your knees. Knees are going in the same direction. I want you to look at your feet. Your feet want to pivot in and out. They want to go into inversion, eversion. Try to keep your feet as still as possible. We want movement at the ankle joint. We want the shin to move in relation to the foot, but we want the foot to be as still as possible. Good. Press all 10 toes into the ground. Good. And then really see if you can make the knee circles a little bit bigger while you're keeping that foot nice and static or still. 1 more time in this direction. Good. Now let's go the other way. Perfect. Nice smooth movements here. Trying to make the biggest circle that you can with your knees while watching your feet and trying to keep your feet nice and still. Let's do 3 from here. Drive all 10 toes down into the ground the entire time. Almost there. 1 more. Make it your best one. Excellent, good. Okay, so after all that, we can put that band off to the side. What I'd like you to do is grab your balance object for the next exercise so you can stay more relaxed. What we're going to do is an exercise where we're simply just going to try to do a heel tap out in front. We're working our standing leg here. We're teaching our knee how to bend and hold our body weight, right? So you're simply just going to try to tap that heel out like so. And what I'd like you to do is switch your heels, switch your legs each time. So simply just try to tap and return, tap and return. You have some support here for balance, so you're not too worried about balance. However, if you take your hand away, that's just going to increase the demands for muscle activation through your foot, into your knee, into your hip. At the same time, it's okay to use balance. Maybe you're just going to be lighter with the balance support. Good. Let's do 10 from here. Literally just trying to tap the heel on the ground in front of you. Tap and return. Tap and return. Good. Perhaps you would like to try to go a little bit further out in front. Good. You should feel how that foot and the ankle just start to work a little bit more. Good. We've got 4 from here. So 4. And 3. You're just tapping the heel. You're not stepping onto the heel. 2. 1. Excellent job. Okay. So now let's get into the pelvis, the hips here. Okay. So hopefully all this is warmed up. And these muscles are going to help us to articulate our pelvis. I want you to imagine you have a belt buckle on. Let's turn the belt buckle up and down, up and down. This is what it looks like from the side. Belt buckle up and down, up and down. My rib cage is not moving. I'm not shifting back and forth. I'm just literally rotating the pelvis up and down, up and down. Good. Let's do 3 more times. You should feel these abdominals doing a crunch here. Good. Last one. Perfect. Now let's take the hips and let's try to shift the hips left and right, left and right. As you do this, try to keep the rib cage still. So if you can see yourself on your screen or you have a mirror in front of you, that's ideal. You really want to make sure that your rib cage is not moving. The hips are just shifting left and right, left and right. And you should notice that you feel a little shift in the feet too. Weight is going from inside to outside. Good. Last one here. Perfect. So now let's rotate the hips, but as we keep our shoulders still. So my belt buckle is turning to the right and then turning to the left. Good. Again, we want to keep the shoulders and the rib cage still. Belt buckle turns and then turn the other way. Good. You should feel this spiral pattern of energy through your legs as you're rotating your hips to the left and then rotating to the right. Excellent. Let's do 2 more each side. Add an exhale as you rotate. And see if that allows you to go a little bit further. That's your inner core helping to move your pelvis. Excellent, great. So then we're going to do the same type of movements for the rib cage. So the hips, the pelvis stays still, we're going to take the rib cage, we're going to tilt the rib cage down and up, down and up. Another way to think about that is we're lowering the heart and we're lifting the heart. Okay, rib cage tilts forward and then tilts backwards. Pelvis stays nice and still. Good. What I'd like you to do now is sync this with your breath. So exhale as you lower the heart. Inhale as you lift the heart. Again, exhale and inhale. Good. Exhale and inhale. One more time. Good, excellent. So then let's take the rib cage. We're going to go from side to side with the rib cage. We're going to tilt the rib cage. So it's going to tilt like this. So just tilt your shoulders and then the other side. What you want to also make sure that happens that your pelvis doesn't move. If you take your feet nice and wide, that's a good way to keep the pelvis static or still. So I'm just going to tilt to one side and then tilt to the other side. Another way to think about this is that you have water in your ear after swimming. You're just trying to help that water drain out of your ear. And then let's go ahead, let's add the exhale. So exhale as you're tilting. Inhale, return. Exhale, tilting. Inhale, return. Let's do 2 more each side. Right. So the next movement pattern for the rib cage is rotating to the right and then rotating to the left. Another way to think about this, you're just turning your shoulders to the right and then turning your shoulders to the left. Good. What I'd like you to do is take the feet even wider so that we know that the hips are not going to rotate. Your hips will want to rotate because it's just going to make the movement easier. And your body's always looking to make movements easier for itself. So we want to try to keep the pelvis, keep the hips from moving. This wide stance will help. And then we can add in our exhale here as we rotate. See if the exhale helps us to rotate a little bit further. Now don't force anything. Just exhale and just see if you could go a little bit further. Gently ask for more. Good, let's do 1 more on each side. Excellent, great. So we worked all the way up through the body to the rib cage, the top of the rib cage, and now we get an opportunity to work into the shoulders. This is where our yoga strap or our large towel is going to come into play. So we're going to do some isometric contractions to help loosen up these upper trapezius muscles, these muscles that help us move our arms across the desk, help us to drive, and also help us carry bags, all of which we do a little too often in our modern lifestyle, which means that these muscles tend to be overactive and tight. So I'd like you to stand on top of your yoga strap and then walk your hands down as far as you can. What we're going to do, and I'll demonstrate without the yoga strap, is that we're trying to do this motion. We're trying to shrug the shoulders up towards your ears. But we're going to hold on to the yoga strap so there is no movement. So isometric contraction is that you're trying to move, but you're not moving. So keep that in mind. So walk your hands down the strap as far as you can so you pull your shoulders down. Then stand up nice and tall, top of the head trying to reach the sky. Good, let's start nice and light. 25% of your strength. Go ahead, start to shrug the shoulders up towards your ears for a slow 5 count. So shrugging up for 5, 4, 3, 2, good. Now let's do the opposite. Let's shrug down, down, down. So reach the hands down towards the floor, pull the armpits towards the hips, and walk your hands down that yoga strap a little bit more. This is your new position for the shoulders. Good, take a deep breath in and out. And then we'll do it again. We're going to try to shrug up again. And this time, let's go a little stronger. Let's go 50% of our strength. So here we go. Start shrugging up 50% of your strength for a slow 5, 4, 3, 2. Now reverse it. Shrug down, down, down. Excellent. Pull the armpits towards your pockets and walk your hands down that yoga strap. Hopefully you feel your shoulders are getting lower towards the floor. Good. Let's get tall through the body and take a deep breath in and out. So breathe in and breathe out. Good. So let's do it again and let's increase our strength. Let's go 75% of our strength. So hold on really tight and then start shrugging the shoulders up towards your ears. 75% of your strength for a slow 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse, shrug down, down, down. Squeeze the armpits towards your pockets. Walk your hands down that yoga strap a little bit more. Get tall through your body. Take a deep breath in and out. Good. We'll go for one more round. This time, let's work 100% of our strength. So you're going to have to hold on really, really tight. Get super tall through your body. Now 100% of your strength, try to shrug those shoulders up towards your ears for a slow 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse, shrug down, down, down. Walk those hands down that yoga strap if you can. Pull those armpits towards your pockets. Now let's get tall through the body. Let's hold this position and breathe 3 deep breaths. So big breath into your belly. Nice long exhale out. Just like before, smooth breath out and try to get all the air out. At the end of your exhale, try to squeeze a little bit more air out. Good. Then we'll breathe in again. So the secret to stretching is your exhale. So if you can make your exhale nice and long, 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 you're actually going to take tension out of your muscles. So exhale, 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 squeeze more air out. And then finally inhale. Last breath. So exhale, exhale, exhale. Nice long breath out. Squeeze, 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 squeeze more air out. Keep squeezing air out if you can. And then finally breathe in. And then we'll let go of that strap. Excellent. Okay. So hopefully that feels nice and loose. Let's put that strap down. And now let's move through the shoulders. So all we're going to simply do is we're going to shrug up, up, up. And then we're going to shrug down, down, down. Good. Now let's do this, and at the very top, I want you to ask for a little bit more. So shrug up, 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 and then reach down, down, down. At the bottom, keep reaching down for 1 full second. Good. Let's shrug up, up, up. Keep shrugging up for 1 full second, and then reach down, down, down. Keep reaching down for 1 full second. Good. One more time. Shrug up, up, up. Keep shrugging up for 1 full second, and then reaching down, down, down. Keep shrugging down 1 full second. Excellent. Good. And relax. Good. Now let's take the shoulders. Let's push the shoulders forward. So it's as if we have bad posture. And then pull the shoulders back like we have really good posture. Standing nice and proud. Good. Let's try that again. Shoulders come forward and keep pushing the shoulders forward for 1 full second. And then pull the shoulders back. Keep squeezing those shoulder blades together for 1 full second. Good. Again, shoulders come forward. Keep pushing the shoulders forward for 1 full second. And then pull the shoulders back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Keep pulling back for 1 full second. Good. One more time. Shoulders come forward, forward, forward. Keep pushing forward for 1 full second. And then pull the shoulders back, back, back. Keep squeezing those shoulder blades together for 1 full second. Excellent. Good. So after all that, let's now just roll those shoulders through a circle. Nice and slowly. Just trying to go through a nice big range of motion. So we're trying to bring the shoulders forward, trying to lift them up, try to pull them back, and then try to reach the hands for the floor. Good. Go slow here. This is an opportunity for your body to learn how to be in all these different positions. It's an opportunity for your body to learn how to use this increased range of motion. Good. Now let's reverse directions. So roll the shoulders the other way. So shoulders go back, then up, forward, and down. Again, pull the shoulders back, lift them up, forward and down. Good. One more time. Excellent. Good. So now we're going to step back so you can see what I'm going to do with my arms. We're just going to articulate the shoulder joint with the shoulder girdle too. So what I'd like you to do is do a vertical crunch. So tighten up those abdominal muscles as your arms come up and back. Good. And then we're going to bring the arms down and back. And what's important about when we bring the arms down and back, I want you to pull the shoulders back first, then reach the hands back. Okay, let's do this a couple more times. So tighten up those abs, reach up and back. Good. Now bring the shoulders, the hands down, pull the shoulders back, and reach down and back. Good. Let's do that again. Tighten up those abs, reach up and back. Good. And then let's reverse it. Pull the shoulders back and reach down and back. Good. One more time. Reaching up and back. And then reaching down and back. Excellent. Good. So then let's take the arms. Let's scissor the arms. And then open the arms. Reach for the wall behind you. Good. And then scissor the arms again. Place the other arm on top. And then open again. Good. Let's try that again. Scissor, scissor, scissor. And then open, open, open. Good. One more time. Scissor, scissor, scissor. And open, open, open. And relax. Good. So hopefully all this area feels a little more open. And then let's get back into working the neck here. Okay, and we were working the neck a little bit when we were doing those shrugs. We're working the muscles that attach to the neck. So now we're going to do some neck articulations here. I want you to place your hands on your shoulders. And I want you to try to stick your head forward like you're trying to read something on the screen. And then pull your head back like you can't believe what you just read. Okay, so again, pushing the head forward. This is protraction of the head. Then pull the head back. This is retraction of the head. Good. Again, pushing forward and pulling back. When you pull back, try to tuck your chin in. Try to make a double chin here. Good. Again, you're looking at the same spot. Push the head forward and then pull the head back, making a double chin. Let's do that one more time. Looking at the same spot. Push the head forward, then pull the head back and make a double chin. Good. Now make that double chin and try to keep the double chin for the next exercise. You're going to try to look into your heart and then try to keep the double chin as you look up towards the ceiling. I'll demonstrate from the side. So tucking the chin, trying to look into the heart, neck flexion, and then try to keep that double chin so that you are extending through the neck. Good. Let's try that 2 more times. Double chin, look into your heart. And then slowly try to look up towards the ceiling. Excellent. One more time. Tuck that chin, look into your heart. And then slowly look up towards the ceiling. Perfect. Okay, so then, just like what we were doing with the rib cage, right, and the pelvis, right, we were trying to create rotation without moving the other body segments. So we're going to hold the shoulders still. We're going to create a double chin here. And then with our eyes, we're just going to trace the horizon to the right, rotating the neck as far as possible. And then back to center. And then same thing to the left. So just trace the horizon, go as far as you can, and back to center. Good. Try to keep that double chin as you do this, right? So double chin and rotate to the right. And then back to center. And then double chin, rotate to the left. Good. Let's do it 2 more times. Add the exhale now too. So as you're rotating to the right, breathe out and see if that allows you to go a little bit further. Don't force it. Just ask for more. Inhale back to center. And then exhale as you rotate to the left. Good. Let's see if we can go a little bit further. So your eyes are tracing the horizon. See if you can see a little bit further behind you this time. Exhaling. Then back to center. Same thing to the other side. Exhale, exhale, exhale. See if you can go a little bit further this time without forcing it. Perfect. Okay, good. Let's grab our yoga strap or a large towel. we're going to do this so we can anchor our shoulders, and then we're going to make nice big circles with our neck. So we want to shrug those shoulders down. So we want to walk the hands down that yoga strap as far as possible. As we circle our neck or circle our head, what I'd like you to do is try to keep the double chin the entire time. All right. Your body will probably want to move the head try to disassociate the head from the neck and just move the head around. We're literally trying to move your cervical spine, your neck more, right? Because those are the muscles that tend to get really tight, and it tends to clamp this down in bad posture, okay? So hold on really tight. Take your nose, bring your nose down towards your heart, then slowly take your nose over towards the shoulder. Try to keep a double chin as you lift the nose up towards the ceiling, and take the nose over towards the other shoulder, and then back down towards your heart. Then change direction. Go back to the shoulder you just came from. Try to keep the double chin as you lift that nose up towards the ceiling. Bring the nose over towards the other shoulder, and then back down towards your heart. Good, let's change directions again. So going back to the shoulder you just came from. And then keeping the chin tucked as you lift the nose up towards the ceiling. Over towards the other shoulder. And then back down towards your heart. Good, and then let's change direction. Let's go back to that shoulder we just came from. Then slowly lifting that nose up towards the ceiling. Taking the nose over towards the other side. And back down towards your heart. Good, last time around in each direction, I'd like you to try to be really smooth here. So take your nose over towards the shoulder and just try to feel smoothness as you're moving, as you're lifting your nose up towards the ceiling, and then taking the nose over towards the other shoulder, and then bring that nose back down towards the heart. Then we'll change direction, we'll go back the other way, nose towards the shoulder. Slowly lifting that nose up towards the ceiling, over towards the other side, and then back down towards your heart. Excellent. Good. So after all that, let's then go ahead and work through some big global movements here. So let's take our feet nice and wide apart. We're going to take our hands, we're going to reach for either side of the room. One hand's going to go up and over, other hand's going to go under and across. And just reach as far as you can as you exhale, and then we'll reverse. Go into the other side. Reach, reach, reach. Good. Then perhaps you'd like to see if you can take your feet a little bit wider and do it again. So reaching to each side of the room, one up and over, one under and across, and then switching sides. Exhaling as you reach. Good. One more time. Perhaps you want to take the feet a little bit wider and try again. Up and over, under and across, reach, 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 reversing sides, up and over, under and across, reach, 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 and coming back. Good, then we can walk our feet together. So now let's go into rotation here. So we're gonna reach up towards the ceiling. We're gonna lift one heel up, we're gonna pivot on that big toe as that same side arm wraps around the body. Good, then we'll come back and we'll switch. So reaching up first, pivoting, and wrapping around, rotating. Good, let's try that again, switching sides. So arm goes up, lift the heel, pivot on that big toe, reach, 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 and return. And then the other side, reaching up, pivot on that big toe, reach, reach, reach. Good, one more time. Reaching up, pivoting, exhale, and just try to reach a little bit further. Don't force anything, just ask for a little bit more. Good, and then other side, reaching up, pivoting, exhale, reach, reach, reach. Perfect, excellent. And then if you have a foam roller or a chair or want to use the wall for a little support here, we're going to try to go into some lateral lunges here. So just step out to wide stance, feet are parallel, so toes are pointing ahead. And then we're just going to try to sit the hip down onto the heel on one side. Use as much support as you want. We're really just trying to get into a range of motion here, opening up the groin muscles and also stretching out our posterior chain here. Good. So as you sit down, exhale. Good. Can you also keep your heart up as you sit down? Good. One more time each side. So sit, 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 exhale. Come back up. Good. And other side. Sit, 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 and exhale. Good. So now we've done some integrated movement patterns to create more space through the body. And now this is a great opportunity to work towards helping our posture. Okay, so posture is really strategies for controlling the body as it is moving through space or holding itself in space. So let's do some hip segmentations here. So we're just going to push the hips forward into extension, and then we're going to slide the hips back into flexion. Good. Let's try that again. So hips forward, 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 and then hips come back, back, back. Good. And remember, we had that free heel option before. So maybe take the heels off the ground and push the hips forward, and then slide the hips back. Good. And one more time. Hips forward, and slide the hips back. Good. So then let's take the hips from side to side. Okay, so you could take your feet a little bit wider if you want more stability, or you could bring your feet a little bit closer if you want more of a stretch to your body. Just going to push the hips out to the side, and then return, and then to the other side. Good. Again, hips go out to the side, shoulders tilt in opposition for counterbalance, and other side. Now, option to lift the heels off the ground, create that free heel as you shift, and then the other side. Good. One more time. Shift, 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 and then the other side. Good. So then let's marry that together. So let's make a nice big circle of the hips. So hips forward to the side, reaching back to the other side and reaching forward again. Then change direction. Go back to the side you just came from, reach the hips back, over to the other side. Excellent. Good. Now let's try that again. So circling hips all the way around. Trying to be nice and smooth. And gently asking for a little bit more range of motion as you do so. So just try to make that circle a little bit bigger. Don't force it, just ask for more. Good. Now options to do that with a free heel. So heels off the ground, circling hips all the way around. Feel how that foot and ankle complex is working. And then go back the other way. One more time, asking for a little bit more. All the way around. And then reverse. Good. So all that is now set up for us to start training our posture muscles, right? And we're simply just going to circle the hips again, but we're going to change the position of the arms. So go ahead and bring your arms towards your shoulders. And this helps to create more load for your torso muscles. And we'll just circle the hips. So hips go forward and circling all the way around. And then once your hips come back to start, reverse your circle. Try to stay nice and tall through your spine. So really feel how your tailbone and the top of your head are reaching in opposite directions. Good. Option to do that again with the heels off the ground. So circling the hips. Again, you want smooth movements. You want to control your movements as you are moving through space. And then circling around the other way. Excellent, good. So then we have an option to progress this. You can keep your hands here on your shoulders, or you can bring your hands behind your head. If you have your hands behind your head, I like to make sure that you're doing the double chin here so that the front neck muscles are supporting the head position. And then we'll push the hips forward. We'll circle the hips around. Again, trying to be nice and smooth. You're controlling your body as it moves through space. Then reverse your circle. Go back the other way. Good. Option to try the free heel. So the hips go forward and then circle the hips to the side, reaching back, out to the other side and forward. And then reversing your circle. Trying to be smooth. Trying to stay tall through your spine. So top of the head, tailbone reaching the opposition. Good. So now third option, take your hands, interlace your hands, reach up overhead. This creates a longer lever arm. So all these torso muscles are going to experience more load as we circle. So we'll just push the hips forward, circle the hips all the way around. And then once you complete the circle, reverse. Good, and then we'll try that again. Option of free heel. So lift the heels up off the ground, circling all the way around. And then reversing. And voila. Well done, everyone. Great job. Hopefully you feel active through your body. Hopefully you feel taller too and less stress here in your shoulders. All right. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you soon.